There's cheating! Take my word!
What's going on YouTube? It's krispyENT and I'm back with another YouTube video. In today's video, I'm bringing you guys my poison gas arrow Pathfinder build. At first, I was highly doubting this thing. I got to around like to level 20, 30 and I kind of was like, I don't really know how I'm feeling about it, but the more I spec into my physical damage, the more I got some evasion, the more my survivability went up as well as my damage. I started to have some more faith into this thing. This thing is a beast. I cannot wait to show you guys this build. I do want to get straight into it. Hey, do not forget to drop a like on the video. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Hit that sub button. We covering everything Path of Exile 2. You feel me? Let's get right into the video. All right, so as you guys can see, I'm a level 64 Pathfinder. I did just get to Act 3 cruel difficulty Endgame, you know what I'm saying? And I just kind of want to go over key takeaways for my stats right here. So I'm still not done specking into the evasion with my skill tree. Like I said, I'm only level 64, but as you can see, still I'm at 90% evasion. I got 13,337 evasion with a 90% chance to basically evade enemy attacks. All right, I clearly can spec into some more fire resistance, but basically got that cold there, I got that lightning there. All right, so getting into our skill gems, you see we got our standard bow shot. Obviously I don't really even have that applied. We got the gas arrow, plague bearer, vine arrow, wind dancer, despair, and dark effigy. Okay, these all kind of correlate together to get you that max amount of DPS. So starting out with our gas arrow, I got a 1.8k DPS on here. We got comorbidity. Targets can be affected by +1 poisons from supported skills at the same time. Supported skills have 30% less poison duration. You got scatter shot, which makes you deal less damage, but it gives you 2 additional projectiles, and you also have 20% less attack and cast speed. All right, we got concentrated effect, which is support skills deal 40% more area damage, but 50% less area of effect. And then we got supported skills deal 25% less damage with hits, but we have 75% more magnitude of poison. This is very important for this skill gem right here, very important. All right, moving on to plague bearer. This is really just for bossing as of right now. Like I said, this is just a base. I just now got to in-game build. You feel me? So I feel like a lot of this is probably going to be different as well as the support gems. All right, so plague bearer is basically storing the poison that you're putting on all those enemies and then using plague nova to actually push that back out. And then I have a support gem on here called astral projection right here, which allows me to not only project that poison back out where I'm at, but I can project it where I want, wherever my cursor is on the map. You know, so as you can see, supported skills cast at the target location instead of around you. So it's not like you can only use it, you're not like limited to only using it when you're swarmed. No, you can actually apply it to anything that's around or on your screen. But you also have 35% less area of effect. Moving on to magnified effects, supported skills have 40% more area of effect. So really we're just getting 5% because that 35 right there is a less, and then we got the 40 right here. So it's really just 5, and then I got another socket that I can probably throw in there. Moving down on a vine arrow, this is 2.4k DPS. All right, font of blood, font of rage, and font of mana. Okay, so basically we shoot this up in the air and it drops down around the enemies, slowing their movement speed, and it deals chaos damage over time. All right, the plant can be poisoning it, which deals more damage. Okay, so when you throw it down, it's gonna do what it does at first, but say you shoot a gas arrow into it, it's just gonna produce more damage. All right, moving on down to wind dancer. Here's our survivability right here. Pretty sure a lot of you know what wind dancer is, but it grants a buff that gives you more evasion per stage. Being hit by a melee attack will give you this buff, consumes all stages to damage and knock back enemies around you. All right, there's 3 maximum stages. Gain a stage every 1.4 seconds, and you get 18% more evasion rating per stage. So this is just stacking my evasion rating on top of the already insane evasion that I have right now. You know what I'm saying? I have blind and unbreakable on here. Blind, supported skills have 100% chance to blind enemies on hit. So whenever they touch me after I have all my stages and it does that knockback, they also get blinded. And then I got a 200% more stun threshold while using supported skills. All right, so really quick, going over despair and dark effigy. These are kind of what the skills I look at for bossing. Despair basically curses all targets in the area after a short delay, lowering their curse resistance. Despair curses all targets in an area after a short delay, lowering their chaos resistance. All right, it's very ideal to obviously proc this before you pop your dark effigy. Going into the support for despair, we got focus curse, heightened curse, and impending doom. Focus curse basically supported curses supports curse skills, causing them to curse enemies more quickly after being cast. Heightened curse, 25% increased area effect of supported curses. And then impending doom, which just triggers a doom blast when curses from supported skills expire. And then that doom blast is going to deal base chaos damage equal to 50% of your current mana. All right, moving on to dark effigy. All right, I really want to talk about this because of the support gem on this one. This basically drops a totem that shoots out chaos orbs, chaos low damage. You know, and it does go pretty fast, you feel me? Vial infusion deals 11 to 20 chaos damage. Impact radius is 0.8 meters. So for our support gems with dark effigy, as you can see, we have arcane tempo. Supported skills have 25% more cast speed. All right, we got Withering Touch. This is huge. This is big for bossing. Big for bossing. All right, so basically I drop this kind of away from the boss so the boss can't destroy it, and I let the hit start hitting it, obviously after I've applied the curse, and that's gonna apply the wither, which then with the vine arrow and my gas arrow, it's just gonna do insane amount of damage. Like, I'm pretty sure it got up to 313 or 310k damage in less than 10 seconds. You know, like, those ticks are insane when you apply all of this. But Withering Touch, withers last 4 seconds. Supporter skills deal 25% less damage, but supporter skills inflict withered on hit with chaos damage. All right, like I said, huge. All right, and for our last support gem, we got Persistence, which is supporter skills have 40% more skill effect duration, so it's going to be up for longer. If nobody's hitting it, it's not being destroyed, it's just going to sit there and just give you an insane amount of damage. Now, I have been hearing about other ways to apply Withering Touch. I know people are putting on the Toxic Growth and putting it in Toxic Growth, and then just using Toxic Growth to drop those and then shoot them with the gas arrow and apply it like that. But I don't know, I just I like my way. It's it's efficient to me, you know, can't complain about it. All right, so moving on over to the gear, I want you guys to notice that I'm very heavy in invasion, as you guys saw in my stats. Very heavy in evasion and very heavy in physical damage. All right, physical damage and evasion is key. You know what I'm saying? This is not my finalized gear, like I said, but this is just a build that is ready, something that's kind of like a baseline for you guys to chase, you know, as you're building up this character. And this is really just to show you that this character is something, you know, it's not the bullshit that it seems like at the early stages. All right, so starting out, I got the Broad Thunder Advanced Dual String Bow. All right, this is max quality. Physical damage up at the top, 157 to 274. I got an 8.77 crit hit chance. It is corrupted, but as you can see, I have 2 rune slots for a 20% increased physical damage, giving me 40% total. I have bow attacks, fire, an additional arrow. We got 117% increased physical damage. I'm adding 22 to 35 phys damage. I could have better accuracy. As you can see, I only got 79, but I got a 3.77 crit hit chance additional on top of the 5 that comes with the baseline bow. Then I gain 29 life per enemy killed, as well as leeches 4.76 of physical damage as mana. All right, really good bow. Not the best, but really good bow. Really good bow. Moving on over to my quiver. As you can see, we got an implicit 9% increased attack speed. I'm adding 6 to 8 physical damage to attacks, 40% increased damage with bow skills, 166 to accuracy rating, 1 to level of all projectile skills, 13% increased critical hit chance for attacks, as well as 18 to dexterity. All right, and as you guys know, dexterity is what you want, especially for a ranger, because every 1 dexterity grants 5 accuracy rating. And what is accuracy? Accuracy is used to hit a target with an attack and is checked against the target's evasion to determine that chance. So the higher accuracy you have, as well as evasion, makes it to where you can't get hit, but you can hit. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you want to keep stacking these, obviously, as a ranger. All right, so those are the weapons. Moving on to the helmet. Let's see, we got obviously 20 quality. Everything's going to be 20 quality. And then you'll see that a lot of my gear is going to be baseline heavy in evasion, you know? So, you know, we got the rune, 20% increased armor evasion energy shield, 42 to evasion rating, 18 in max energy shield, 86 increased evasion and energy shield, 8 max life, 15 fire res, 30 cold res, and 13 lightning res. Not a good helmet, not the best, but you know, it's something I picked up pretty cheap. I think I got this like 3 exalted, 4 exalted, something. Like, I'm not even joking. I think someone meant to do something else, but yeah, it was pretty cheap. Moving on down to the chest. All right, as you can see up at the top, 743 evasion rating baseline. I've got 24% to lightning resistance, 116 to evasion, 60% increased evasion, 102 to max life, 21 fire res, 9 lightning res, as well as 49 reduced ignite duration. All right, like I said, these are not the best pieces. Okay, I know that. You don't gotta grill me in the comments. Moving down to the belt. All right, we do have 2 charm slots on here. We got 20% increased charm effect duration, 18 to armor, 69 to max life, 66 to max mana, 1 charm slot, 18 cold res, 15 lightning res. Okay, real quick, my charms, I got golden charms in here just to kind of increase the rarity of my items that I get, you know, when this charge is used. So moving on over to the gloves, we got the snake bite spine bracers. You feel me? Just feel like running the poison build. I mean, it's a must, right? You know, it's probably ain't the best pair of gloves, but you know, I take what I can get. I got a 40% increased evasion rating, 12% to chaos resistance, 20% chance to poison on hit, and targets can be affected by 1 of your poisons at the same time. All right, dope, beautiful, love it. Moving on to the boots, 12% increased fire resistance, 25% increased movement speed, 36 to evasion, 79% increased evasion rating, 12% fire resistance, 25% cold resistance, and 2.6 life regeneration per second. All right, and as for that bling bow pow, all right, my first ring, I got 29 lightning res, 7 to 11 physical damage to attacks, 120 evasion, 111 to max life, 18% increased rarity of items, 15 intel, and 21 to cold. On to the other ring, 10% to all elemental resistance. 10% to all elemental resistances, adds 11 to 16 physical damage to attacks, 117 evasion, 98 max life, 16 intel, 12% to lightning resistance, and 20 life per enemy kill. Sweet. And last but not least, we got our amulet. All right, 12% increased rarity of items found. I've been finding some gold mines with all this gear I got on. I ain't gonna lie, that's probably why I ain't took it off. To be honest with you, I'm getting drops out the ass crack. All right, 22% increased evasion rating, 9 to maximum energy shield, 20% increased maximum energy shield, 1 level to all projectile skills, 16 to all attributes, as well as 9 to dexterity. All right, I don't know if I went over my dexterity as well as my intel, but my dexterity is pretty beefy. I really only have my intelligence at 74 because you have to have it at 72 in order to get these two right here, despair and dark effigy. So in level 9 is like the lowest you can get these at. So you feel me? And once I got these, it kind of got me to a point like, all right, I think I can get this build to a point, because at first I was struggling with bossing. My bossing was the problem, but now with these two, bossing is no problem. You know what I'm saying? Like at all, as you guys seen in the clips. Hey, real quick, I just want to remind you guys, if you're enjoying the video, drop them likes on the video. Let me know what you think down below. You feel me? I don't care if you're being an asshole. I don't care if you're being nice. Just let me know what you think. You feel me? It's all in the growth. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all you guys. Let's get back into the video. All right, as you guys can see from my ascendancy, I took contagious contamination as well as overwhelming toxicity. All right, this is probably, if not the strongest poison node in the game. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going poison build, you're gonna have to pick this up. I think I did just get a trial key or whatever for my third trial points, so I think I'm probably run that right after this video. But here's my passive tree in full, as well as scrolling just a little bit up so you guys can see the top up there. All right, remind you, I am level 64. All right, so this is not complete at all, but yeah, I basically went all of my toxic nodes. Okay, we got stacking toxins and lasting toxins. All right, which is giving me that poison duration as well as magnitude of poison that I'm inflicting. I've got our evasion nodes to help with our survivability, which is escape velocity and freedom of movement. Okay, giving me that 30% increase evasion rating and another 30 if I've dodge rolled recently, as well as a 3% increase in movement speed and another 30 in increased invasion rating. Bringing you up here to the top, these key takeaways are going to be building toxins and escalating toxins. You get 10% increased poison duration for each poison you have inflicted recently, up to a maximum of 100%, as well as 25% reduced poison duration, but you're gaining another +1 to your poisons at the same time. So that's a massive W on top of the snake bite gloves that we have. So that's 2+ poisons at the same time. All right, another key takeaway, we got leeching toxins right here. You're gonna want to grab this. This is 30% increased magnitude of poison you inflict, as well as recovering 2% of life on killing a poison enemy. All right, it's a massive W. You're gonna want to grab that. And then last but not least, our low tolerance right here. This is really good early on. I think this is the first one I grabbed before I started speccing down and coming down here. This is 60% increased effective poison you inflict on targets that are not poisoned yet. So that initial hit, that initial poison is going to do a massive amount of damage. All right, and I do have 3 jewels on this passive tree as well. My first jewel, as you can see, 14% increased damage with bows, 2% increased attack speed with bows, 6% increased charm charges gain, as well as 9% increased magnitude of poison you inflict. I got another jewel down here, 16% increased damage with bows, 4% increased attack speed with bows, and 3% chance to blind enemies on hit with attacks, and 10% increased magnitude of poison you inflict. And my last jewel up here at the top is a 12% increased damage with bows, 3% increased attack speed, 7% chance to poison on hit, and another 10% increased magnitude of poison you inflict. All of these things paired together, as you've seen in all the clips, are really good for this poison build. Still, I'm only level 64. Like I told you guys, level 64, I have not scratched the surface to the damage that this build can do. Oh yeah, really quick, I am sorry, Plague Bearer and Wind Dancer are spirit skills. Okay, so these require spirit. I did forget to mention that. As you can see, I got 30 spirit for this one and 30 spirit for this one, which is, I'm using all 60 of my spirit. So I just wanted to put that out there real quick. That's my bad. Hey, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's gonna do it for today's video. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in. Like I said in the middle of the video, if you can let me know down in the comments what I can do to improve this build, what you think about the build. You know, just give me any type of feedback. You feel me? Don't forget to drop them likes, hit that sub button. Hey man, it's krispyENT and I'm up out of here.